Good morning. It is Thursday, January 29th, 2026. This is Talk About Our Politics Morning Talk, and I am your host, SirFelixTheCat. We actually have an update from a story that we were talking about recently, or a couple updates. Let me just get into this. Skip the small talk. Let's go to this. All right. So first from the BBC, it was a story I was following most of yesterday after I did the show. But two federal agents that were involved in the shooting of Alex Preddy in Minneapolis have been placed on leave by law enforcement, which is wonderful. Now let's see charges be placed against them. Let's see these men be held accountable for their actions, which is what we need. They are not completely immune to prosecution. And honestly, Minneapolis officials should be the ones who are prosecuting them. That was their person who was shot. Oh, their people. It's multiple at this point. It needs to be addressed. Every city, every state should have the right to prosecute these agents. It needs to be known they are terrorists, and what they do, their actions have consequences. I would love it. Actually, on that topic. So, the government in Minnesota, they've actually taken the case to court to fight that this ICE being there is a 10th Amendment violation, which, if you look at it, that is what it is. This is a violation of the 10th Amendment. And actually, I was watching an episode of Late Show with Stephen Colbert, whatever his show was called. And he had the governor of Pennsylvania, Josh Shapiro, on. And Josh Shapiro went over that basically, yes, that is what every state should be doing. It's sad that they have to do it, but they should be taking it to court. So if these terrorist thugs come to your state, you go and attack them because this is a 10th Amendment violation. This is a constitutional violation for them to even be there doing what they're doing, to be harassing their people, assaulting their people, murdering the people of those states, of this country. I mean, whether you're here, you were born here, you moved here from another country, you are protected by the Constitution. Do not let these morons in this administration tell you otherwise. They do not understand the law whatsoever. But it is good to see that we're starting to actually see something happen in the face of this, that these men might actually be held accountable. I'm rooting for it. Also, they found out what the liquid was that was sprayed on Omar. Apple cider vinegar, which is bizarre. Most bizarre thing ever. A couple weeks ago, we talked about how Trump was reaching out to Iran's government saying, if you attack your protesters, we're going to attack you, which is hilarious because he wants his protesters attacked. But new story from CNN is Trump weighs new major strike on Iran as nuclear discussions show no progress. And he's the reason we don't have a nuclear deal with them. He canceled it. This guy purposely caused another one of his own issues, and now he can't correct his own mistake. The great deal maker cannot make any sort of deal. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. But what's not hilarious is if he does do a strike on them, if he does try to start another war. We already invaded one country, killed people. It's disgusting. There was no need for it. And now he's going to do it again. I mean, yes, Maduro, bad person. I get it. But the way that all played out looks like it was a deal, and people died for literally no reason. And the way the U.S. government has done wars in other countries, we don't target just, officials. We target women and children. We target innocent civilians. Just what happens. And it's disgusting. That's where one place where we really need a military reform is. There needs to be something done about these soldiers who are going out there and murdering women and children. I hate that. I cannot stand that. That's why I've been anti-war most of my life. The way we just waste life is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. But this is a story to definitely keep an eye on. I should check it this morning. I didn't. Been busy this morning. So hopefully nothing's happened so far. Never know with Trump. All right. Another CNN story. FBI searches Fulton County Elections Office as its investigation over alleged fraud, which I think I might have covered this one yesterday. They're doing more just digging into Trump's lies. They're literally going to waste money, funds, to be like, well, Trump claimed he actually won this and the county cheated him, so we need to investigate the county. When so far every Trump claim on the 2020 election has been thoroughly debunked. So I guess we'll see how this one plays out. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe they'll find something. Maybe they'll just plant evidence and they'll say they found something. But yeah, this is the same election where Trump became a treasonous terrorist sitting president. When he tried to have his government that he was currently the head of, overthrown by his sycophant followers who went ahead and committed a vile crime against this country. But, it's what it is. They're going to be wasting time, wasting money. It's going to be another attempt. They're going to be taking the voter rolls 100%. Another attempt on that. They need to be stopped. Everybody in this administration, including Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, need to be removed. Absolutely need to be removed. Starting with the top of them, Trump. Impeach them all. And on movement towards that, we actually had a special election in Minnesota. And thanks to all the nonsense going on there, I'm pretty sure it helped push it that way. But I mean, ICE being there, terrorizing the people, making people scared to walk outside their houses. Democrats win big, bringing the House to a 67-67 tie. So no longer do we have them with the majority. It's even now. But I mean, given what we've seen with things that have been going through the House, we'll have a small group of Democrats who just say nope, we're going to go full Republican on this. We're going to support killing citizens by funding ICE. So does the tie really matter? A little bit. If these, Democrats want to grow a pair, not be afraid of Trump. If these Republicans want to grow a pair, not be afraid of Trump. Maybe we can start getting stuff done. I mean, we already have some Republicans in the House who want to move forward with the impeachment of Kristi Noem. That's good. I would like to see them move forward with impeachments for more. Stephen Miller needs to go. All of them need to go. I mean, I don't even know if you can impeach Stephen Miller, to be honest. But he needs to be removed. Absolutely. And yeah, there was a conversation. Can't remember who it was, but they were talking about how Stephen Miller is probably going to be the next one to be removed from Trump's cabinet because he didn't show up to some meeting, which he never shows up to meetings. It's rare that he shows up to meetings. Everything runs through this guy. Trump wouldn't have a current administration, these terrible rules, if it wasn't for Stephen Miller. He's the guy whispering in the ear. He is the true shadow president of this government. He's not going to get removed. Remove him, Trump won't know what to do. Everybody else in his administration won't know what to do because they're all incompetent. They don't have a brain cell between the lot of them. But Stephen Miller, like I've said before, he's smart. He's very evil, but he does have brains. At least when it comes to doing evil deeds, he knows what he's doing. But so congrats to to Minnesota for doing the right thing. I very much appreciate that. So maybe we get some change in the country. We had it was in St. Paul, and where was the other one? Woodbury. So yeah, hopefully we see more like this going on, more shifting the tide. Because as we've seen, we've talked about this many times. Republicans do not know how to govern. They're reaching out to Republicans are reaching out to Democrats, including Trump himself, reaching out to Democrats to ask them for ideas for how to do things that would benefit the government, the country, because they don't know how to do it. They're incapable of thinking of others. Democrats, on the other hand, they're the reason we get out of every terrible recession that a Republican causes. They're usually why the country does well. I'm not super pro-Democrat. A lot of them are scummy. But they at least help us get to a better place than we were. If we can get them to get us to that place and then take it further left to make us actually, thrive and not just make it through, that'd be wonderful. Under Republicans, you suffer. Under Democrats, you make it through. And if you went further left, actually had progressive policies, everyone in this country would thrive. And that's truly what we need. And what we don't need is rap artist Nicki Minaj pledges support for Trump accounts. Someone who's struggling financially herself is doing this. I mean, yeah, this account thing on a ground level is pretty decent. Basically, babies that are born between January 1st, 2025 and end of December in 2028, I think it was. They get $1,000 put in their account and it's invested for them until they're 18 and they can withdraw it. That's good. That'll get people like these children to possibly be in a better place when they turn 18. A lot of them might spend it right away, but smart ones will be able to use it towards maybe some school or something like that. Get a car or something to benefit their lives. But the way she is just a sycophant for this, I fully do agree that if you come out, okay, so let's talk about the elections, this last election. These polling experts were asking people who'd you vote for? Who you voting for? Who you voting for? Who you voting for? And it seemed like every person on this planet was saying, Kamala, 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 never Trump, Kamala, Kamala. And then after the election, they were like, you know what? We probably got a lot of those people who were just ashamed to admit they were voting for Trump. Because when you vote for something that vilely disgusting, you would be ashamed. So I understand that. And I think we should let those people understand they should be ashamed for voting for him, for supporting him. And I think Nicki Minaj should be shamed for this. This is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And I think Trump wants to get at that, which is, old man Trump going to try to cheat on Melania again. But at least she's over 18. Yeah, and the Epstein files. I forgot to talk about that. I forgot to pull that up altogether. The Department of Justice said they are planning to release the rest of it sometime this term. Basically saying, we still have a couple years, even though their due date was over a month ago. And this term, we'll get it done. So they have more time to edit it, to take out Trump's name. Probably delete documents permanently. It's disgusting. Yeah, we got to talk about TikTok too. We used to post a lot on TikTok. I mean, we were doing multiple daily TikToks for a while. And then Hawk and I both agreed we need to stop this. TikTok is not there's some good people on TikTok. There's some people who actually want to push a message on TikTok. However, with everything going on with it, especially now that it is no longer under ByteDance, which yes, a China company was getting our data. I get that. That is bad. We never should have been on there in the first place. Now, it's owned by U.S. companies and one that's not even from the U.S., which is insane that we basically told this country, no, you can't do it because you're that country. Oh, you're a company from this country? Yeah, you can do that. Absurd. But everybody needs to go out and watch look up the channel on YouTube, Upper Echelon. He actually just put out a video, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, talking about the TikTok situation. He goes very, very in detail about why you should never use the app, especially now, especially with this current administration the way it is. I'm not going to completely spoil it. Go check out his video. I do highly suggest that. But the companies that are owning, or at least two of the companies that partially own TikTok. They have deep ties with Palantir. Palantir being a very evil company owned by very evil people. Good morning, Pinky. And they're also taking more data, way more data than ByteDance ever did. They're reporting more data to more organizations, one of them being ICE. They are checking immigration through TikTok now. So honestly, if you're, the same thing goes for Twitter. We haven't posted on Twitter in a while. Like for our other channel, we used to post on, I used to post like some of our videos or stuff like on Twitter just to try to drop some attention. And I stopped that as well, because the more you use these, the more you're funding these evil bastards. If you're on Twitter, you are funding Musk every time you use that app. If you're on TikTok, you're funding Palantir and helping ICE every single time you get on this app. Stop. Like Michael Jordan says, stop. Get some help. Like get off of it. You absolutely need to get off of it. And also, they're censoring. It's Gavin Newsom, right? Yeah, Newsom. Oh, goodness. Get away. Newsom is currently looking to sue TikTok because if you go on there and type in Epstein, suddenly that's a very censored word. Again, Palantir, in the end, is connected to Trump. They're devout Trump supporters, the people high up in the company. They are covering his back. And yeah, they came out with some stupid excuse like, oh, you know, one of our databases, the power went out, so it mistakenly censored things on the left. That's not how reality works. That's something a complete and utter moron would say to make other morons think it's true. They are censoring stuff to keep, basically, make it a right-wing platform. Try to make it like Twitter is. Again, if you're on the left and you're on Twitter, get off of it. There is Blue Sky. Blue Sky, yeah, you're going to lose some of your followers, but if you let your followers know multiple times, same thing with TikTok, go ahead, post a couple more videos, tell them, hey, I'm leaving this, I'm going to this platform. I'm going to be here instead because I don't want to fund this corruption and I don't want them to use my data to help detain more innocent people for a civil crime that is not needed, that does not need federal intervention. People who are paying their taxes, unlike most of these rich douchebags, they pay their taxes. They help the country. And these rich people destroy it every step of the way. Do not help them. Do not help them. There is another replacement for TikTok, but again, go watch Upper Echelon's video. He mentions what it is. I can't remember what it is. It's like Upscroll or something like that. People are starting to move over to, and I think you should, if you have a TikTok channel, if you have followers on there, tell them, hey, in a couple videos, I'm no longer going to be on here. I'm going to be using this app. Let them know so they can follow you over there, and also warn them why they should get off of the app. Let it be known. Let it be known everywhere. Get off of these platforms. And then in a fun turn of events, Maxwell lobs a grenade, naming 29 protected Epstein friends. There were 29 elite people who were able to, start off with 25, who allegedly reached secret settlements connected to Epstein's abuse and were never indicted. 25 wealthy pedophiles are still out there, unnamed. She definitely wants out. Even though she has like the most cushiony prison ever, I mean, she has unlimited toilet paper. She absolutely wants out. But yeah, again, we're seeing that the GOP stands for Guardians of Pedophiles. That's what they are. That's another reason why you should not support the GOP. Because any Republican in office who sways in favor of anything Trump says is just as guilty as him. They are covering for someone who is openly known as a pedophile. So Pam Bondi, after this administration, or hopefully during it, she gets removed and thrown in prison for assisting a pedophile. Because everything she's doing, censoring these Epstein files, she's protecting pedophiles. We don't want to hurt people who like their reputation could be harmed because they're in here. If their reputation's harmed because they did something bad, that's on them. That's not something to protect. Like it's absurd. Absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. This administration is just so disgusting in every way. And a last story is a fun one. Figure I'd end somewhere fun. Mockery erupts as Melania documentary flops. Every seat still open. And yeah, multiple, like many theaters across the country that were showing this documentary sold not a single seat. Nobody wants to watch this. Nobody cares. I mean, we all know her husband didn't watch it. He probably sat there and fell asleep within 10 seconds like he does in every meeting he's in. It's just weird that Trump calls himself Sleepy Joe. I don't get it. I don't get it. But yeah, it was just another way for Bezos basically to suck up to Trump because this is done by Amazon. It was another way to give them money. And be like, well, see, we had to give them money. They were in our movie, our documentary movie, so we had to pay people. But it's so bad. It's so bad that the people who worked on this want their names removed from the credits. They fought to get their names removed. They don't want to be associated with it. Because, yeah, pretty much that's a career breaker. You're going to go for your next job and be like, let's see if they like my resume. Oh, you worked on Melania? Yeah, about that. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it was supposed to be a must watch. Yeah, must not watch. Not going to watch. Even if it comes out on like Amazon Prime, which I have, I still won't watch it. They can make it like the title card when you first turn on the app. I will not watch it. I mean, the only reason I still go on to Amazon is because I bought a couple movies on there. One of them being Bill and Ted, the third one, because they came out there to purchase right away, and I was like, yes, I want this movie because Bill and Ted is amazing. But yeah, it's vile. It is vile stuff. Vile project. And they need to cover, I highly doubt they cover the part where, Trump and Melania met on Epstein's plane on the Lolita Express. He is the reason Trump ever met Melania. Guarantee that's not brought up, even though it should be. 100%. Yeah, as Pinky says in the chat, and here in the article, eye-popping $40 million for the licensing right to the First Lady, who herself pocketed $28 million from the deal. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, on the screen I have a picture of one of the theaters. Look at all those open seats. It's fun times. Fun times. This is America. That's what I should have called this show. This is America. Because I feel like I end up saying that every single day. I would read our whole line about from the Constitution about how, you know, the government's power is derived from the approval of the governed, but I lost my paper that has it, and I don't want to botch the words. But basically it says, if a government destroys the country and our rights, us, the governed, have the right. It is our right to alter or abolish it. So again, remember, abolish ICE. ICE needs abolished. Don't forget the Epstein files, and stay safe, because we might be heading into a war if Trump decides to start attacking other countries again. At least Iceland and Greenland are safe, since he can't tell the difference between the two. I mean, we all know the giant ice land and the small green one, which have backwards names. He'll never understand that. I mean, he probably thinks he's big, and we know he's a tiny mushroom. Anyways, thank you guys for coming. I will be back tomorrow. I'll be following more of the stories on those 2 ICE agents, see what happens with them, or Border Patrol agents, whatever they were, to hopefully see that they're getting prosecuted and that their identities get released, because their identities should be released. These thugs should not be allowed to wear masks to hide the fact that they are terrorists. Like, wearing the mask proves even further. You guys know you are doing evil things. You are ashamed of it. You understand you're doing something evil. But the mask makes them feel big and powerful. Sad. But yeah, listen to, what's his name? Jesse Wells and his song, Join ICE. It is just so on point. But yeah, you guys have a good one, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Hey, thanks for watching this video. And if you could, please help us out and give us a like, maybe comment, and subscribe. Better yet, share our content. It's pretty dark times out there, and this is topics that people need to hear. It's what's best for our country. I mean, we're talking about better politics. And also, if you want, join our Discord. Carry on the conversation. It's a fun time. And until next time, you take care.